wild, wind-scoured reaches of Ross and Cromarty, where the rugged shores of Loch Carron meet the towering peaks of the Scottish Highlands, the village of Applecross clings to the edge of existence. Accessible only by the Loch Carron, the Pass of the Cattle, Britain's highest road, a serpentine path of sheer drops and howling gales. This remote hamlet was a crucible of superstition in the early 19th century. Here, the supernatural was as real as the sea's salt or the heather's bloom, and none knew its power better than Fiona MacLeod, the wise woman of Loch Carron. Her tale, woven with the curse of the evil eye and a father's desperate journey, is a testament to the fragile line between life and death in a land where magic lingered like mist. It was the winter of 1825, and Applecross was gripped by a bitter frost. The loch's edges rimmed with ice, and the cattle lowing in their byres. In a croft on the village's fringe lived Hamish MacRae, a fisherman with hands rough as barnacles and a heart heavy with worry. His youngest son, Ian, a lad of 6 with eyes like the summer sea, was wasting away. Once a whirlwind of laughter, chasing gulls and skipping stones, Ian now lay pale and listless, his cheeks hollow, his breath shallow. The village healer, a doorman named Duncan, could find no cause, no fever, no cough, yet Ian faded daily. Old Mary, the croft's matriarch, whispered the dreaded truth. The evil eyes upon him, Hamish. Someone's malice has cursed the bairn. The evil eye was a terror in Applecross, a malevolent glance that could blight crops, sicken livestock, or steal a child's vitality. Whispers pointed to a jealous neighbour, Effie Cameron, whose sharp tongue and envious stare had followed Ian after he'd won a foot race at the summer fair. Hamish, a practical man, scoffed at first, but desperation gnawed as Ian's strength ebbed. Mary urged him to seek Fiona MacLeod, the wise woman who dwelt at the head of Loch Carron, a day's trek over the Loch Carron. She's fought the evil eye afore, Mary said, her voice low, but it costs her dear. Hamish, clutching hope like a lifeline, agreed, kissing Ian's fevered brow before setting out. The journey was perilous. Hamish, wrapped in a plaid against the biting wind, carried a scrap of Ian's tunic, a blue rag Mary insisted Fiona would need. The Loch Carron loomed, its path a ribbon of frost and scree, the peaks above shrouded in cloud. Hamish climbed, his boots slipping, his breath steaming, haunted by tales of travellers lost to the pass's wrath, or to the Tool. The ferry hound set to prowl its heights. By dusk, he reached the loch's head, a glen where the water gleamed like obsidian. Fiona's croft, a low stone hut, glowed faintly, its chimney trailing peat smoke. Fiona MacLeod was neither young nor old, her face lined like a map of the Highlands, her eyes sharp as a hawk's. Her hair, silver-streaked with black, was bound in a braid, and a rowan charm hung at her throat. She welcomed Hamish with a nod, sensing his purpose before he spoke. "The evil eye," she said, her voice a low hum, as he handed her Ian's tunic. She held the cloth to the firelight, her fingers tracing its weave, then closed her eyes, murmuring words Hamish couldn't catch, Gaelic perhaps, or something older. The air grew heavy, the fire dimming, and Hamish shivered, feeling unseen eyes upon him. Fiona's hands trembled as she tied a charm, a twist of red thread and bone, into the tunic. "Take this home," she said, her voice strained. "Lay it on the lad's chest. He'll be well when ye arrive." Hamish pressed a silver coin into her hand, but Fiona waved it away. "The cost is mine to bear," she said, her face pulling. "Go now, before the pass claims the..." Hamish obeyed, retracing his steps through the dark. The Loch Carron, now a gauntlet of wind and shadow. He clutched the charmed tunic, praying Fiona's magic would hold. At dawn, he stumbled into Applecross, his legs leaden, and burst into the croft. Ian sat up in bed, colour in his cheeks, a weak smile breaking as he called. Mary wept, clasping the tunic to Ian's chest, its charm warm to the touch. The evil eye was broken, Ian's life restored. But the tale didn't end there. Days later, word reached Applecross that Fiona lay near death, her strength sapped as if wrung from her bones. Hamish, guilt gnawing, rode to her croft, finding her abed, her breath shallow. "It's the price," she whispered, her eyes distant. "To fight the evil eye, I take its weight. It near kills me every time." Hamish stayed, tending her fire until she rallied, her resilience a marvel. The village, awed, spoke of Fiona's sacrifice, how she wrestled darkness to save their own. Effie Cameron, shunned as the curse's source, left Applecross, her croft abandoned. Ian grew strong, his laughter echoing once more. But Hamish never forgot Fiona's frailty, nor the pass's looming shadow. Applecross held her in reverence, leaving offerings, fish, bread, rowan sprigs, at her door. By her death in 1839, Fiona was legend, her name synonymous with the fight against unseen malice. The Loch Carron remains, its winds carrying whispers of her charms. On stormy nights, when Loch Carron glimmers under a shrouded moon, some say a figure walks the glen, a woman with silver hair, her hands weaving light against the dark, guarding Applecross from the evil eye's unyielding gaze. Many thanks for treading this tale's dark path. If its chill gripped you, follow, subscribe, and comment below.